Well, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Am I too far away, or? It's good. Thank you very much. Well, what a beautiful day to celebrate the lucky number 13 public CNG station grand opening in Tennessee. My name is Jonathan Overly. I'm with Tennessee Clean Fuels. Tennessee Clean Fuels is a combination of the two DOE Clean Cities program that are at work in Tennessee to try to help be a partner to fleets and industry partners for establishing more alternative fuels use in the state. Melissa Goldberg, please raise your hand, and Alexa Wojtek, please raise your hand. These fine young ladies work with me from Memphis to Mountain City to assist fleets and industry partners in that way. One of the big things we do is try to help fleets with grant funding, and we will actually talk a little bit about some grants that are available later today at a meeting we're having with Fayetteville Public Utilities. But just a few short notes from me, and I will get to our first speaker. As you may or may not know, Tennessee has had some air quality issues in the past years, and that has improved significantly over the last 5 or 6. But one of the great things we really love about compressed natural gas in Tennessee and its use, especially in Class 8 tractor trailers like Frito-Lay's vehicles, is how they reduce emissions and kind of reduce some of the maintenance headaches that fleets can have with the after-treatment devices on diesel vehicles. CNG in Tennessee continues to grow with big names like Waste Management, Frito-Lay, PepsiCo, UPS, and other companies that are coming along to use this fuel. So Tennessee is a growing market for CNG. And I think the only other thing I'm going to mention is just how much we appreciate Frito-Lay making a decision like this, PepsiCo, to site here right next to their facility and help us add to, this fuel's availability in Tennessee so that we can use cleaner American fuels and support American jobs in Tennessee. With that, let me bring up Ken Marco. Ken, he's the Senior National Fleet Sustainability Manager for PepsiCo's Frito-Lay division.
Thanks, sir. Thank you. Well, thank you, everybody. As he said, I'm Ken Marco. I'm with Frito-Lay and the Fleet Sustainability Manager. That means I get to build and develop CNG tractors and work with companies to build stations to supply fuel for those stations as well, and ensure we've got a good, sustainable fleet that can deliver products. And hopefully you guys are fans or current customers of Frito-Lay. Anybody a customer here? Doritos, Tostitos, Lay's? All right. Very good. Well, anyhow, I know I speak for all of PepsiCo and its Frito-Lay division when I say we are honored to be here today with American Natural Gas and Tennessee Clean Fuels for the official opening of this new CNG station here in Fayetteville. As he stated, with our facility nearby, we're very excited about this station, about the completion of this project, and great new resource for the community. We recognize that by working together with government, industry, and the nonprofit sectors in Tennessee, we create a foundation that serves as a model for a cleaner vehicle future. With this in mind, Frito-Lay enjoys an outstanding partnership with American Natural Gas and Tennessee Clean Fuels and the Fayetteville community. Given our operations here, we will serve as the initial customer, but hopefully there will be other customers as well that are able to embrace the new technology and CNG vehicles, and also participate in using this fleet or this station here as well. For us, delivering our products using a fleet that is powered by an alternative and more efficient fuel is critical and is in line with our corporate vision called Performance with Purpose. Performance with Purpose means delivering top-tier financial performance over the long term by integrating sustainability into our business strategy, leaving a positive impact on society and the environment. And through our environmental sustainability initiatives, we are finding ways to innovate, increase productivity, and achieve operational excellence and business growth. And our use of CNG trucks is just one example of the progress we've made in this area. Frito-Lay began using CNG tractors back in 2011 when we introduced 16 trucks into the fleet. Today we now have about a little over 560 CNG vehicles in our fleet, which is about 40% of our fleet. So we've adopted it, and we feel this is very important because CNG vehicles burn much cleaner than diesel vehicles and emit 23% less greenhouse gas emissions than the diesel vehicles that they replace. So very excited about doing that and doing some good things for the environment here in Tennessee. At PepsiCo and Frito-Lay, we also believe there is more to fuel efficiency and sustainability than just the equipment alone. We also look for other ways to achieve excellence in the operations to achieve our sustainability and productivity goals. In fact, we not only are changing our vehicles we drive, but we also change the way we drive to deliver on our fuel efficiency goals. This includes incorporating everything from driver training, efficient routing, no idle programs, and GPS systems as important components to our strategy. With that, I'd like to congratulate American Natural Gas and Tennessee Clean Fuels and the people of Fayetteville on this new fuel station. Thank you.
Did I hear that right? Ken, 40% of the fleet is seeing?
40% of our over-the-road fleet is
Corporate leadership. That's more of what we need in this country, and so can't say thank you enough to Frito-Lay for stepping up to the plate. I mean, hitting a home run. We are very pleased to have with us Representative Pat Marsh. Representative Marsh, if you will come up, we appreciate you coming, and please say a few words.
Thank you very much. I'm State Representative Pat Marsh from Shelbyville. I have Lincoln and Bedford County, and Jonathan, appreciate you all getting involved in this, and Ken, thank you so much for promoting this and allowing them to build here in Lincoln County. And you were just bragging on Ken about 40% of their fleet. I'm in the trucking business. We run about 600 trucks and we have none, so we're way behind, but we hope to catch up very soon. We need for you to show us how to do this and how we can get some of the tax credits. That would certainly help out. And I grew up about 2 miles from here, right down the road, and it's really a pleasure to see this nice facility that Kent Holt and Lee Adcock Construction built here. Did a great job, Kent. And Drew, we're pleased to have you and your group here and having the foresight to build this here in Lincoln County to help us promote jobs and industry in our area. And just like both the gentlemen have said, this is a win-win-win proposition. We got in the trucking industry, we're always worried about prices of fuel, diesel fuel, up and down for really no reason at all. If you have this compressed natural gas as an alternative, you've got choices. And I think that that's going to make it much easier to deal with the diesel people when it comes down to them raising prices or giving you a hard time. If you've got an alternative, then you've got a big stick in your hand, and I think that's great here. And another thing that they have said, which I totally agree on, is 25 to 30% cleaner fuel that's going to help our environment. And the cost of it is unbelievable. And it's our energy. United States of America has plenty of it. So it's such a good thing for our future in our country. I really appreciate you coming. Thank you for building it here in Fayetteville and Lincoln County. And good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Alexa. Up next is Britt Dye, the CEO of Fayetteville Public Utilities. As I mentioned earlier, we're very much looking forward to working with him to have a coalition meeting at their facilities over lunch. And grant funding is one of the things we want to talk about that can help people. So you're my #1 priority, Representative.
Thank you, Jonathan. Britt Dye, CEO of Fayetteville Public Utilities. As Mr. Marsh was saying, it is a win-win situation for Fayetteville, Lincoln County. It brings us a lot of infrastructure that we have put in place to be able to feed a station like this on compressed natural gas from the American Natural Gas. And not only that, we have a redundancy line out through the Winchester Highway in case we do have an interruption, we'll still be able to serve this customer. Not only on the gas side, but on the Frito-Lay side, as Mr. Marco mentioned, up the highway here, it's all worked great out for us. So we welcome you here. We're glad to have you as a customer in several different ways. You know, when you're talking about serving and delivering anywhere from 14,000 to 17,000 decatherms, that's quite a bit of load for us on the gas side. So, again, congratulations. Glad to have you. Appreciate it very much.
and Carolyn Denton, who is the director of the Fayetteville-Lincoln County Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, Carolyn.
We'd like to welcome American Natural Gas to our community, to Fayetteville and Lincoln County. We appreciate Frito-Lay and their efforts for making this happen in our community. And I think today will go a long way in bringing this to light, this alternative fuel source to light to our community, because it will be open to the public. I think that's something that we want to get the word out about. So thank you all for being here today, and welcome to Fayetteville.
Last but not least, Drew West, the founder and CEO of American Natural Gas. As Drew comes up, please come on up, Drew. I will say that as much as you have the corporate leadership of someone like Frito-Lay, PepsiCo, wanting to do something like this, entities like ourselves that want to help connect people and get jobs done, if you don't have the expertise of people that know how to build stations like these and make them work 24/7, then it's not going to happen. So A&G, perhaps one of the people we need to thank the most for your work to help and make this come to a reality.
Appreciate that. Thanks everyone for coming today. I knew it was going to be a good day when we showed up and there was PepsiCo products. That's always critical, so thanks again. At A&G, we're committed to building better stations, serving our customers, and introducing the power of CNG to new communities and innovative fleets across the country. This Fayetteville station is a symbol of that commitment. With that, I'd like to thank a few of the key people here today and those that helped us bring this station to life. Thank you to our new local friends, Representative Pat Marsh and Caroline Denton. We're thrilled you're here to join us in this great celebration today. To Jonathan Overly and the team at the Tennessee Clean Fuels for partnering with us to bring all of you here today, and for your continued efforts to educate our communities about the positive future of compressed natural gas. To Britt Dye of Fayetteville Public Utilities, with us in Fayetteville since day one, you, Randall, and others were a big part of making this all happen. Thank you so much for your support. And to Ken Marco of Frito-Lay, it has been an honor to partner with you and Frito-Lay, and we're privileged to be a small part of your commitment to reducing the environmental impact of our fleets in our communities. We couldn't be more grateful for this opportunity. I also want to personally thank you for your distinguished leadership and investment you've made to help move our industry forward. Thank you, Ken. I'd also like to recognize Beavers Petroleum, Kevin Beavers, Angela Beavers, and Tim McLean for leading our overall construction efforts on the compressed natural gas infrastructure side. I'd like to give a special thanks to Lee Adcock Construction, Gippy Rangel, Kent Holtz for the fantastic craftsmanship during the station development. All CNG stations aren't quite the same, and if you look at it, we've developed, we think, it's important to realize that you need the combination of redundancy, great craftsmanship in the development, you need the perfect combination of good equipment, and you really need a great customer and partner to make these things a reality like Frito-Lay was able to do. So combination from the equipment we use to the construction resources, the teams involved to the trucks that Frito-Lay specs. This is really an example of the way to make this thing happen going forward. You look 3 years ago and this technology was not ripe for what it is today, and we can really move the needle if we follow this model going forward. I also like to thank our partners Zeebeck and Kobe for their top-of-the-line equipment. As you've heard from many of us already, I'll wrap this up by saying, at A&G we believe passion fuels possibility, and strong partnerships all give us a platform to grow from together. And by investing in CNG and supporting alternative fuels, we all have the potential to make a serious difference. Thank you again. We're so happy you could all be here to celebrate our station and a partnership. Now let's get out of the heat, cut the ribbon, and go on to the fueling demonstration. Thanks again.
Go ahead, I'll let you put the card in. He's going to insert his card and his information to activate the pump. I don't know if you want a video of that. You remember all your numbers? So we're going to activate the pump. You're going to hear the fuel flow. It's going to stop, take a reading, and then it's going to start fueling the truck. There's a display on there if you want to watch that. We fuel vehicles at 3,600 psi, that's 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you have to adjust for temperature. Usually it's roughly 100 psi for every 10 degrees, but it's 70 degrees Fahrenheit, it's 3,600 psi. We store gas at 4,200, and the compressor will turn on here and start replenishing the storage.
Now when it does that, you're pumping it in, the compressors are what, is condensing it down?
No, not condensing, compressing. We're just compressing pipeline gas to the storage pressure. So we're taking, our inlet gas pressure here is a little over 100. We're taking that and pumping that up to 4,200 psi.
And then it will go into the vehicle?
Through the storage, yep. We'll pump it up into the storage and then the vehicle spilled through the storage.
Now with Frito-Lay, they actually have a different kind of, that's a special adapter to go into their trucks, correct?
Well, they have two receptacles on the vehicle. There's two hoses. This is the larger one, and there's a smaller one. When they're traveling across the country, there's a lot of sites that don't have the larger nozzles, so they have to be able to fuel up both hoses. But yeah, their tank setup's all set up to accept both fuels. And they can fuel driver and passenger side.
Very cool. How long will it take to fill the vehicle completely up?
We're up to 43 gallons right now. It's usually the same process as a diesel. So depending upon how empty he is, I think they take about 100, 160 gallons, but I don't think he was quite empty. But usually less than 12 minutes.
Very quick.
Yep. Like I said, right now we're just almost 50 gallons. And everything on the pump is gasoline gallon equivalent. So that's the same as going to a gas station down the road with gasoline. So we just switch banks and we use a cascade system for fueling. So we start out in a low bank, then we go to a mid bank, and then there's a high bank to finish it off. So as the pressure equalizes, the dispenser's smart enough and the flow gets close that it'll switch to the next bank to keep the fuel flowing fast enough to keep the fuel going. This natural gas is roughly about 130 octane off the pump. If you compare that to gasoline and your gas fuel sites, you're using 87 to 93. It burns between 5 and 15%. 100% natural gas will not ignite. It's lighter than air. It actually is odorless, and utilities have to put an odorant in there so you can smell it if there's a leak. And its ignition temperature is about 1200 F, which is about double that of gasoline. So if we have a leak, it doesn't pool on the ground like gasoline or have a place to ignite. It actually goes up into the atmosphere. So it's very safe. It's actually safer than going to the gasoline site, but the problem is we're all used to the gasoline. So if you wanted to do your mileage, it's all gasoline gallon equivalent.
So it's the same price, burns cleaner, and there's not as much hazard associated with it, correct?
Correct, and it's coming out of our ground. It's an American fuel, American jobs.
Wow.
Nothing overseas.
Perfect. Perfect.
And the display just went full fill, so we're done now. He took 85 gallons. And then we just shut the handle off here. Ready? Look, I want to hit you with the hose and then hang up. And that's it. That's a filling in a truck for Frito-Lay.